time. 15 laps here with the USRA stock cars. Tobin Bartlett, first time to Lakeside Speedway. On the front row on the inside. Outside him, the 19 of Jay Barnes. Flagman Terry Wanton looks him over. We look for the green off at turn number 4. And here we go. Green waves were underway. Side by side down to turn 1. Bartlett on the inside, the 28, the 19 of Barnes. Down the back straightaway they go. Trevor Hunt making a move. Barnes shoots out of the lead. They go down to turn number 3. It's the 19 of Barnes. Good run by Tobin Bartlett. We come around side by side. The 28 will lead lap number 1. Tobin Bartlett, the 19 of Barnes. The 1 of Chris Smith up there. The 417 of Kevin Anderson. The 05 of Heater. Down the back street, yellow on the speedway. We got a caution. That is Dakota Jennings in turn number 4. Your leader. As we go Delaware double file restart, 1 lap in, 14 left. And it's going to be a shootout. Bartlett brings them off of 4 as we look for the green. Bartlett down into turn 1. Barnes on the high side. Anderson on the inside. Barnes up into second as they go down the back straightaway. And the 05 of Heater follows with Barnes. Heater up to third. Bartlett brings him down the front straightaway. Bartlett out front. Now Heater looks for that second spot. He gets around the 19 of Barnes, and Heater up into second. Move the 19 back to third. Kevin Anderson sits fourth in the 417. And the 31 of Trevor Hunt, your top 5. Bartlett brings him around lap number 3. Jaden Bears moving up through the field. Bears just outside the top 5. After having to start deep in the field, late to the lineup. Battle for the lead. Here comes Heater on the high side. The high side hustler. It's the 05 of Brett Heater. But Tobin Bartlett holds him off, but not for long. Here comes Heater on the high side. Bartlett slides up into the middle of the racetrack now. Heater side by side as they go down to turn 3. Your new leader, the 05 of Brett Heater. Put the 28 of Bartlett back to second. Then the 417 of Kevin Anderson. 31 of Trevor Hunt as we come around for lap 5. Heater out front. So out front, the 05 of Heater. On a roll here at Lakeside Speedway. Tobin Bartlett, first time here, sits second. That's something. And the 31, that is Trevor Hunt up into that third spot, battling with Kevin Anderson. Trevor Hunt battling. We close in on the halfway point this time by. Out front, the 05 of Heater, the 28 of Bartlett second. Good battle for third, the 31 of Trevor Hunt, the 417 of Kevin Anderson. Hunt has it this time by. Oh, Kevin Anderson had to get on the brakes down the back straightaway. Hunt slid up in front of him as they come off a 2. Heater putting distance on the field now. Tobin Bartlett continues to run second. Kevin Anderson takes a look for third as they go down to turn 2. Bartlett holds on to it, slides up in front of Trevor Hunt. Trevor Hunt goes back to the inside. He'll take third back as they go down to turn 3. Look out. Trevor Hunt up in front of Tobin Bartlett. Look out. We got Trevor Hunt and the 417 of Anderson get around Bartlett. Now Bartlett back around Anderson for the third spot. Fourth, the 417 of Kevin Anderson. And Barnes, your top 5. 5 laps to go this time by. And Heater in command. Good battle, though, from second on back. Tobin Bartlett back up to battle with the 31 of Trevor Hunt. Third is Bartlett. Fourth is the 417 of Anderson. As this time by, it'll be lap 11 for Heater. 4 to go. Tom Fogarty takes the T2 into the infield. And Gerald Lewashik starting to smoke again on the 11W. Heater brings him down, 3 to go this time by. Out front, the 05, Brett Heater. And Dominic Tifo takes the 27 into the infield. So Heater brings him around off of turn 4. 2 to go this time by. Out front, the big-time bail bond, 05 of Brett Heater. Look out. We about stacked him up in turn number 3. Kevin Anderson gets around the 28 of Bartlett. Looks like Bartlett, man, used up his tires. As he is back to 4th now behind Kevin Anderson. Right in front of the 19 of Barnes. And, oh, look out, the 05 of Heater with problems. Heater not going to pick it up tonight. White flag lap, and there goes the motor. Yeah, a little more smoke. And like sharks in the water, here comes everybody. Trevor Hunt goes around. Kevin Anderson goes around. Tobin Bartlett's going to try. And here's your leader, your winner. Off at turn 4, the 31 of Trevor Hunt picks up tonight's A main. So Trevor Hunt picks up tonight's A main. The 417 of Kevin Anderson comes home second. Tobin Bartlett, if he turns around, will come home in that 3rd spot. Jaden Bears, 4th in the 20. And the 19, Nate Barnes, your top 5.
That spot. As he gets out of the car, Trevor Hunt. State Line, Nissan, Metro.
Again, after his win last week here at Lakeside Speedway, Colton Stevens on the outside, Tim Powell 02, Yancey Shepard, Brad Smith in the 99. Outside of him, Jake Richards doing a good job. Here we go. Green flag. Bryant slides up onto the high side. Here comes Colton Stevens as he gets just in behind him. It's Tim Powell, Shepard in the 20. The 17 of Richards and the 99 of Smith as they come around for lap number 1. Your race leader, Andy Bryant, in the 28. 222 of Colton. It'll be the 57 of Powell in that 3rd spot. I believe the 20T. And then the 99 of Smith. As Smith gets into Powell in turn number 2 and goes into the tire. Brad Smith off the track as he got into the tire. Just 1 lap down, 14 remain. As Andy Bryant brings him out of turn number 4. Racing back underway. Andy Bryant. Stevens in the 222 makes a good run on the high side. Goes around in front of the field. Look out. Here we go. Yellow on the back side of the track as several cars get together. Colton in the 22, the 3 of Royalty. Colin Thompson in the 17. The 44 of Trevor Hunt. The 22, I believe, of McDowell. The 3 of Galvin. Again, lost several cars during that particular event. All right, here we go. Green flag flies. Andy Bryant brings them down the front stretch. It's Powell. It's Richards in the 17. Here comes the 181 of Neiman and the 9 of Don Mars. There's your top 5 right now. So the 28, the 57, and the 17. There's your top 3. Jake Richards now goes to the low side coming out of turn number 4. Andy Bryant leads it down. Powell in the 57, the 17 of Richards, the 181 of Neiman, and the 9 of Don Mars. There's your top 5 as they come through turn number 2. Andy Bryant, strong here this year with 5 feature wins. So Andy Bryant, high side with Powell, still in that top 2 spot. Here comes Richards. Now Chase Galvin as he challenges for that 5th spot. with the 9 of Don Mars, the 16 of Blake Pierce, as they battle back there in that 5th, 6th, 7th position. But Andy Bryant, your race leader, and the 21 goes back into the wall out of turn 2. The restart just 3 laps down. All right, here comes Brian as he leads them out of turn number 4. As they dive down into turn number 1, Powell to the high side. Here comes the 17 of Richards, trying to make it work on that low side. He gets up next to Tim Powell in the 57 as Andy Bryant, your leader. But here comes Jake Richards on that low side out of turn number 4. Your top 3 right now with Bryant, Powell, Richards. Richards making a good run down here in turns 1 and 2. The 181 of Neiman. The 0 of Chase Galvin side by side with the 9 of Don Mars for that 5th spot. So Bryant still your leader as they come out of turn number 4. This is lap 5 as they come by this time. Just 10 to go. Bryant leads them through turn number 2. Good side-by-side action here with Powell in the 57 and the 17 of Richards as they go down in turns 3 and 4. The 181 of Neiman, the 0 of Galvin, and the 9 of Don Mars. But your leader as he comes across on lap number 6, Andy Bryant. Richards still trying to fight back on that low side in turn number 2, but Powell still has a pretty good run up there. Richards making it work down here on the low side. Both in 1 and 2, and then coming out of 3 and 4 as Powell gets a little bit squirrely there coming out of turn 4. Halfway this time across. As your race leader, Andy Bryant. Side by side for that 2nd spot with the 17 of Richards and the 57 of Powell. Richards fighting back here on this low side. Let's see if he can make it stick. Powell gets a good run, though, coming off of turn number 4, still in that 2nd spot. The 181 of Neiman, then the 0 Galvin, the 9 of Mars, the 16 of Blake Pierce behind them. Now getting into lap traffic, the 29 of Rick Booz. As your 2nd and 3rd spot, good battle back there. But it is Andy Bryant, your race leader here on lap number 9. Powell and the 17 of Richards fighting for that 2nd spot as Richards now goes into that low side. Gets a decent little run out of there, but Powell still hanging on to that 2nd spot. The 181 of Neiman still 4th. Good battle also back here for 5th between the 0 of Galvin and the 9 and the 16. So that's Don Mars and Blake Pierce. But back to your leader coming into turn 2. Out of Fort Scott, Kansas, Andy Bryant. He was the Ironman B-Mod national winner last year with the USRA B-Modifieds. Races with the Ironman series quite a bit. Drops into Lakeside quite a bit as well. So, but your leader, Andy Bryant. Back to that 2nd spot. Still a good battle there as Jake Richards trying to make that low side work. Still Powell getting a good run out of 4. Hangs on to that 2nd spot as they go down into turn number 1 and 2. Richards now making a good run on the low side. Richards side by side. He might take that spot away, but Powell seems to have a pretty good run here in turn number 4 on the high side. Here comes Jake Richards, though, out of turn number 4, but Tim Powell still with that good run. He hangs on to that 2nd spot. Richards trying to fight back. Battle back here for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's the Neiman, the 0 of Galvin, the 9 of Don Mars, Pearson, the 16. The 04 of Chad Walker slows down as the white flag comes out, this time across for your leader, Andy Bryant. Still a good battle for 2nd, but right now Tim Powell has that spot. As your leader comes back through, down into turns 3 and 4, it'll be Andy Bryant, Fort Scott, Kansas. I believe his 6th feature win of the year. It's Andy Bryant. Tim Powell takes that 2nd position. It'll be Jake Richards in 3rd. The 181 of Luke Neiman In that 4 spot, Chase Galvin, Don Mars, Blake Pierce, Dustin Campbell, and Patrick Royalty now coming out of turn number 4. And Cullen Thompson. So your winner tonight, Andy Bryant in the 28.
68, Chad Lyle, the 33. Outside of him, that is the 13 of Eric Hanna. Row number 3, the one of Matt Johnson. 21T is Lance Town. Nick Bittinger in the 3, Tim Carrick the 1, and we are green on the Speedway. Here we go. Down to turn 1. Schultz on the inside. Davis in the middle of the Speedway where we started last time. Schultz slides up in front of the 68. He'll take the top spot down to turn number 3. Kevin McGinnis off the Speedway as Terry Schultz leads lap 1. It's the 90, then the 68 of Kerry Davis. Good battle for the lead. Davis to the inside, looking for the top spot. We come around for lap number 2. Out front, the 68 of Kerry Davis by a nose. Terry Schultz battles back on the inside. Davis cuts him off as they go down to 2. He'll take the line down the back straightaway. Davis out front. Then it's Terry Schultz, the 90. Chad Lyle making a move now. Lyle up to 3rd. Lap number 3 in the books. Kerry Davis brings him down the front straightaway. Chad Lyle trying to close the distance. Terry Schultz right in front of him in the 90. Davis out front, the 68 working the high line. Off at turn number 2. Terry Schultz, the 90, sits 2nd. The 33 of Chad Lyle, 3rd. Good run for Eric Hanna tonight. Hanna sitting in that 4th spot as Tim Carrick in the 1K, battling with the 1 of Matt Johnson for 5th. Got problems up in turn number 2. Tim Carrick and Eric Hanna getting together. The 1K. Safety lights are out of the Speedway. Kerry Davis, the 68, out front. The 90 of Terry Schultz sits 2nd. 33 of Chad Lyle. Then the 1X of Matt Johnson. Then the 3, Nick Bittinger, your top 5. Mark Schaffman in 6th. And the 34, Aaron Moran 7th. And Lance Town in the 21, your 8th position. Green waves, we're back underway. Into turn 1. Davis leads them down off of turn number 2. Here comes Bittinger. Bittinger had a good run coming off 2. Had to check up for Johnson and Lyle in front of him as they got side by side. Bittinger now closes in on the 1 of Matt Johnson. We come down the front straightaway. 6 laps in the books. Bittinger in the 3 up to that 3rd spot as we come around for lap number 7. He gets around the 33 of Chad Lyle. Now closes in on the 90 of Terry Schultz. Into turn 3, your leaders. Kerry Davis out front. 90 of Terry Schultz continues to run 2nd. Now Bittinger gets a good run and Schultz off at turn number 2. He'll close the distance. Down the front straightaway. Closing in on the halfway point next time by. Davis out front. The 90 of Terry Schultz, the 3 of Bittinger. And here comes Morant now. Morant moving into that 4th spot. He gets around the 33 of Lyle. Halfway point now. The 68 of Davis looking for a win. Benninger gets around the 90 of Terry Schultz. Johnson off the pace in the 1. He'll pull into the infield. So Matt Johnson retires the 1 as Benninger and the 90 of Terry Schultz battle, and Benninger says, see you later, I'm up to second. Move the 90 back to third. Here comes Aaron Morant. Morant's got something to say about that. Davis out front, letting these guys fight it out behind him. Nick Benninger up into that second spot. The 90 of Schultz trying to hold off the 70 of Morant. Morant's got the 70 on the move. Schaffman trying to get around the 33 of Chad Lyle. As we have 7 laps to go this time by. Schaffman gets around the 33 of Chad Lyle. So it's Davis out front this time by 14 laps down, 6 to go. Benninger sits second. The 90 of Terry Schultz third. The 70 of Aaron Morant fourth. And Mark Schaffman the 34, your top 5. Oh, Steens has to check up down the back straightaway. Chad Lyle didn't know he was there, came up. Steens gets on the binders. 5 to go this time around. Out front, Davis all alone. But here comes Benninger. Benninger closes distance off at turn number 2. They'll get the 4 to go sign this time by 16 laps in, and Benninger starts to close the distance on the 68 of Davis. 4 laps to go. Benninger working that high line. Davis in the middle of the speedway where he's been the whole race. And now Benninger right up on the rear bumper of Davis. They go down to turn number 3. Benninger following the same line Davis has through 3 and 4. Let's see what happens down to 1 and 2 as your leaders get the lap 17 in the books. Benninger up high. Davis just a lane off the high side. And here he comes on the high side. Benninger right up on your leader. They go down to turn 3. Benninger careful not to show his hand. They come around. It'll be 2 to go as they come down the front straightaway. Into turn 1. Davis in the middle. Benninger working that high line. And here he goes. Davis leads him off. Benninger unable to take advantage. They're going to see the white flag this time by Aaron Morant, the 70 with problems to the infield. White flag waves. Davis knows it's go time. Here comes Benninger. Let's see how it plays out. Down to 1. Benninger on the high side. Davis a lane off and not going to be able to make the pass. Let's see what happens down in 3 and 4. Benninger dives to the inside. He's going to try to make his stick. Davis slides up, and the momentum off for turn 4. Your winner, Kerry Davis.